A video about a pet peeve of mine. It's actually a reshoot. I didn't realize the AC was on, and I've had a couple comments where the AC's on. It's ruining sound. I know. I'm sorry. It gets hot. Hopefully, this is the last hurrah for summer. We just had a heat wave going up to basically 99 here, so hopefully it's a little better. Acronyms. You're expected to know them. You're supposed to know all of them, frankly. But I always hate the attitude that used to come, or always comes with acronyms, depending on the person. Not every person does that. But I've seen it. I've had it done to me where like, oh, you don't know? I'm like, no, I don't know. Acronyms are great and useful, but only if you know what they stand for. You know, you define them, then you can use them all the time. You know, it's like when you write a paper, you define it first and then you shorten it. If you got to use whatever thing and you want to just use the acronym or just like, the one reference, like in the legal documents or whatever, the plaintiff defendant, you got to define them first, and then it saves you the trouble of writing Jonathan Smith and Jane Doe a zillion times. But you got to define them first. People, I don't know what it is in the industry. I don't know. It's just very catty. It's very backstabby. It's those are bad things. And I'm going to tell you straight up. Like I said, I always am very blunt with my videos. Maybe too blunt in some of them. I haven't posted those yet, but I probably will, because I don't want to hide anything from you guys. I'm going to tell you how it is. Can be very catty. It's high school on steroids. It really is. And in an acute setting, in a hospital acute setting. Obviously, nursing school is nursing school, but it's somewhat kept under control. Although there are instances of, say, people are human, nursing professors are human. I had a pretty good experience all my time. I know others who have not had good times, whether or not disorganization or almost downright theft, basically, and how they're taught and stealing their tuition, basically. Be that as it may, going back to acronyms, I don't like it when people act like holier than thou and use it as a subtle form of bullying. Oh, you don't know what this means? Like they pull an attitude on you. I'm like, no, I never countered this. This is I'm entering healthcare. I know 30, 40 different acronyms in my previous career, and you don't know what the hell they mean. And it's and actually some of them are used in healthcare or seen in healthcare. They don't know what it means. I know they don't know what it means, because I've had people question it, and I've had to define it. I said, oh, that's this. They're like, how do you know? I was like, well, it used to be my business. It's okay. I didn't say it like that. And I said, oh, I used to use that. I used to do that. That was part of what we did. And then I didn't give them an attitude. But, that's how they answer. And it was just like, what? What the hell's wrong with you? Wake up on the wrong side of bed? No, that's where they always are. So, it's a question of dealing with that form of subtle bullying, just belittling. It's demeaning. Sometimes it's just depending on who's the perpetrator. And I've seen this in my clinical, seen this at work. It's bad. Maybe it's widespread. Maybe it's in the education field. Maybe it's I did not see it in my previous career very much. No, it was not. It was we were too busy just surviving. Making enough money to feed our families. That was whatever it was, survival mode. You would think it's the same in healthcare. No, they have time to be mean. Let's just say that. Okay. I hope that you don't come across that, but if you do, don't be surprised. Just take it with a grain of salt, move on, learn the acronym then. Take that as an opportunity to learn it. Don't let them make you feel less because you just happen to not use that acronym in everyday usage since you're growing up. I'm sure they didn't either. You know, I'm sure they only learned it when they entered the healthcare field too. It's just people tend to forget where they came from. You know, they forget they were newbies at one point. You know, I try not to forget that. I try to, even when, if and when I not become a newbie anymore, I will still always like to take that attitude. You know, because you don't forget where you came from. Don't forget and help others. That's something actually in my other the reshoot of this video I forgot, and maybe I should go over a little bit. Is that's a quick snippet on how to tell you have a good unit or not, good coworkers. If they're willing and almost enthusiastic to help you, that's a good unit. You know, you want teammates. You want people to help you. You don't want a free-for-all or everyone for themselves. That's a really bad attitude. You know, that's a good sign to say, get the heck out of Dodge. Jump units, get the heck out. You know, you don't want to stay there. That's bad. Okay? So, just FYI. That's a good barometer. That's a good gauge to say, ooh, good unit or bad unit. All right? Good luck.